got a chat with Sanjay Swami, a pioneer of the mobile banking industry. Not just that, a bunch of exciting stuff coming your way in the next half hour. On the show today, there's a smarter way to recruit employees for your company, a trend wheel on the online assessment industry. We head to the WAT Summit for a discussion on some of the investment trends for 2012. And finally, on Bootstrap, we tell you how to build the mobile strategy for that web startup of yours. Now, believe it or not, but the Indian IT industry actually adds as many as 200,000 folks to its workforce every year. A lot of hard work, if you ask us, for HR teams at these technology companies. And that's probably where Indian startups believe the entire process can be made far more simpler when it comes to recruitment and filtering these employees. In fact, it's a trend that's catching up, and Prashant Chandavarkar tracks it for us.
Looking for a job in this economy is no walk in the park, so it's understandable if your resume is a wee bit embellished. But hold on a sec, you need this no more, because online assessment is the new big thing, and a bunch of startups have created challenges online testing your skill and ability, making sure that the recruitment system is based purely on merit. Let's take a look at what they have in store for us.
Discovering the mettle of any novice is Mettle.com, a Gurgaon-based startup that has created a platform for companies to test the skill level of freshers to see what job profile best suits them. Ketan Kapoor, the founder of Mettle.com, puts this process into place by creating a variety of aptitude tests which can evaluate a candidate's analytical, financial, logistical and managerial capabilities.
The kind of time, cost, effort that they save in the entire process of recruitment, especially at a fresher level when the volumes are very large, is actually pushing companies to go for such solutions. Quality that you get out of that is actually far higher because there are far lesser manual handoffs. The technology innovations that are happening, because it is happening on a computer, there are so many simulators that you can use today to measure the skills in a much more valid and reliable way than multiple choice questions can offer.
Mettle.com makes revenues by charging companies 250 rupees per candidate evaluated per test. This ticket size has allowed them to make revenues of nearly 1 crore rupees by conducting 1.5 lakh tests per month at the end of 2011. And they are now targeting a revenue base of 12 crore rupees at the rate of 1 million tests per month by the end of 2012. While Mettle.com plays in the online assessment space across job profiles, a more specific and niche segment has been targeted by Vivek Ravi Shankar, who founded InterviewStreet.com. The company presents a platform to assess the skill level of a software programmer.
The idea was, before you even invite him for a phone interview or on-site, you could just give the candidate a programming test, and depending on how well he solves compared to the others who attempted the test, you can decide whether to proceed or not with a candidate. So what we observed is, when big companies like Amazon, Facebook started using our product, they invited over 100 candidates, and they invited just the top 10 candidates, the extraordinary candidates, for phone interviews, which saved a lot of time.
InterviewStreet.com has been incubated by the prestigious Y Combinator and recently raised the first round of funding from Vinod Khosla himself. And with such a positive response, the company scaled up by incorporating a pay-per-hire business model where companies can hire programmers from a select database.
Screening programmers, even though is a big concern for a lot of companies, getting them programmers is a bigger pain point. So we recently launched our new product called Challenges, where the idea is to create the biggest programmer database based on how well they solve based on their skills. So we put up interesting challenges on our site, which has different tags, like this is a Python problem, this is a MySQL problem, and depending on how well candidates solve, we rank them so that companies can choose candidates from our database.
Via this business model, the company is charging recruiters based in the US 5 lakh rupees per candidate selected, and recruiters based in India anywhere between 50,000 rupees to 1 lakh per candidate. The pricing strategy has let them touch revenues of rupees 50 lakhs at the end of 2011, and they expect to touch 5 crore rupees in revenues by the end of 2012. A new entrant in the space is Reliscore.com, a Pune-based startup founded by two veterans in the technology ecosystem, Naveen Kabra and Amit Paranjpe. Still ideating with its business models, Reliscore is still in its beta stage. Yet they have one differentiating factor.
At the base, we have the Reliscore platform, which is essentially an online assessment platform. A company which has its own tests is able to upload the tests and put them up on our platform, and they bring their own candidates from other sources like recruiters and websites, and they pass those candidates through their own tests using our platform.
All Reliscore does is to assess the candidates and submit the result sheet to the companies. They charge between 250 to 1000 rupees per test per candidate, and they take a margin of the agreed C2C of those candidates selected. Online assessment companies are seeing many challenges. The biggest one of them all is in the terms of an effective go-to-market strategy and increasing engagements with its clients. In view of the challenges faced, former NASSCOM HR head Deepak Deshpande explains that the one way assessment platforms can grow is by working closer with its clients and increasing the breadth of its service.
As a HR person, I don't think I will look at this tool purely as a hiring tool. It is much more than that. It can help you if it can integrate seamlessly with the other functions of HR, say for instance training or for performance management or reward system. If it can integrate with this, it will help you definitely come with a wholesome offering to the organization or to the employee engagement per se.
The market size for just refresher recruitment in India stands at nearly 500 crore rupees. But corporate training programs and aptitude skill assessments for new employees is another 2,000 crore rupees, creating a nearly 2,500 crore rupee domestic online assessment market in India. A big market with a real need and a global market to reach out to. If startups get their product and scale up right, this space could well see some big winners.
The kind of advancements that we're seeing in the field of artificial intelligence, I guess it's only a matter of time before we see this style of recruiting really picking up. Let's take a break here on the show, but coming up, an interview with Sanjay Swami, the founder of Angel Prime, the country's newest technology incubator.